What's been your highest ROI boring habit over time? I keep seeing founders chase loud tactics, ads, launches, hacks, and ignore the boring stuff that quietly compounds. In your experience, what's the highest ROI boring habit over time? Obsessing over onboarding/UX, replying to users like a human, tightening one ops/process loop each week, or something else entirely? Of the things you mentioned, creating a feedback loop log. Most founders treat user feedback like a one-off task, but if you spend 15 minutes every Friday mapping support tickets to specific product bottlenecks, you stop guessing what to build next. Replying like a human is a close second. In the age of AI slop, a personalized, non-bot response builds a weirdly strong moat. It's the unscalable stuff that actually compounds because your competitors are too busy chasing the next big hack to actually talk to their customers. Consistently tightening one ops loop per week is the difference between a business that owns you and a business you actually own. Writing one blog post per week answering a question my target customer actually Googles. Not thought leadership, not building my brand, just, what does my ideal customer type into Google when they have the problem I solve? Then I write the best answer I can. First month, nothing. Second month, one post started showing up in search. By month 3, that single post was bringing in more qualified traffic than anything else I'd tried. Ads, cold outreach, product hunt launch, all of it. The boring part isn't writing. It's that you have to do it every week for 2 to 3 months before it compounds. Most people quit after 3 posts because the numbers are embarrassing. The other one? Manually answering questions in communities where my ICP hangs out. No pitch, no link dropping, just genuinely useful answers. Takes 20 minutes a day and it doesn't scale, which is exactly why it works. People can tell you actually read their question. Both of these are invisible for weeks. Then one day you check your analytics and half your signups are coming from a blog post you forgot you wrote and a Reddit comment from 2 months ago. Logging every tool and system I tried. What it cost, why it worked, why it fell apart. My career's been in entertainment and saw many a team adopt software based on a great demo. 3 weeks in, it half works or falls apart. Keep paying because nobody is tracking whether it actually saves time. Multiply that by every tool in your stack and you're bleeding money on what almost works. The boring part. I literally write down what worked and what did not on every 30-day trial. Takes 5 minutes and can feel pointless, but it's a great log. And every dollar not wasted on a tool that one half works is a dollar spent on one that does. Treating my salespeople like customers. Not assuming they know the product like I do, not assuming they have desire to sell it, etc. I use a distributor with sales reps that sell my product and other products. I use my CRM and add the salespeople like customers and create funnel workflows for them. I consider a conversion event to be them pitching the product to a customer, not the customer buying. It built slowly but is starting to pay off. Given our bottleneck to growth is leads, I consider that the biggest/most important problem I can work on. I write my daily to-dos on paper and go through them 6/7 days off the week, 1 rest day to prevent burnout. I keep them to only about 4 to 5, not to overwhelm and stay consistent, which I've identified as the most important. Number 1 on that list is marketing, and especially SEO/AEO focus. Deep focus on one channel, and I start my day working directly on that, prior to checking any emails, Slack, etc. It's a long-term play SEO, but we've already gotten 2 clients out of it, and it's starting to bear fruit. I don't overthink or strategize around it too much. I only try to stay on top of tools/trends and chip away at it on a daily basis, inevitably getting better at it. Reviewing actuals versus forecast every single week, even when the business is small enough that it feels pointless. Don't just look at the numbers when something goes wrong. By then, you're already behind. The habit of sitting with your numbers weekly trains you to spot patterns early, builds intuition about what's actually driving the business, and forces decisions before they become urgent. Not the most exciting take, but it takes maybe 30 minutes, And the compounding effect is that after a year, you have a much better understanding of your business than someone who checks in quarterly. You stop being surprised, and that alone is worth a lot, not just in dollar terms, but less stress. Keeping your operational data clean. Not glamorous, not fun, but the returns compound in ways you don't notice until they're massive. For e-commerce specifically, maintaining accurate product data, standardized naming conventions, clean CSV files, consistent tagging. When your catalog is a mess, everything downstream suffers. Search filters break, ads target the wrong products, inventory mismatches cause overselling, and you spend hours troubleshooting problems that never should have existed. The boring habit. Every time I add products or update listings, I follow the same formatting checklist. Same column structure, same naming pattern, same image specs. Takes an extra 10 minutes per batch. Saves hours in debugging and rework over months. The unsexy version of this for any business: document your processes before you need to hand them off. I wasted months teaching people how I did things because I never wrote it down. The minute I had SOPs for the repetitive stuff, I could actually delegate it and focus on growth instead of operations. The compounding effect of clean data and documented processes is that they make every future task faster. The first time is slow. The 100th time is automatic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, Creven. Good luck to everyone, and see you next time.